So if you're watching this, you're an entrepreneur. Chances are you've been overwhelmed before, right? Especially in online business. I guarantee you have felt overwhelmed in one area or another. Now, if you have a successful business, if you're just starting out, if you tried it and you've quit, trying on something else, I guarantee you that you felt this. And I want to go over how to overcome that, how I myself have overcame that, and what lessons to take from that. So, by the way, if I seem like I'm not all there, it's like 11 o'clock, working night shift. I'm super tired, but I want to make a video before the night ends. So this past week, and I've made a video on this, but we had a client churn. It was our very first client. It was a little bit our fault, but at the end of the day, this guy was a terrible client to work for. Like, we probably dodged a bullet in the way that we quit working with him. I wanted to keep working with him, but it probably is better off if we don't. But yeah, he was running our stuff, but kicking us out without telling us. Like, we just by chance happened to see what he was doing. Really unethical, really slimy stuff on his part. But anyways, this guy was in the wrong. Now, obviously, from myself, right, from my biased perspective, I'm going to think I'm in the right and he's in the wrong. And I do still believe, I always try to see things from an unbiased perspective. I do believe that we were more right in that situation than he was. He did have good points, though. But all in all, anyways, afterwards, we told him, and I didn't say it in any sort of threatening way at all, but we were like, he's like, how do I get you guys off the access for everything? And I'm like, we're already off. We do have the access to the lead data, though, because the partnership we were doing was performance-based, so it was only off a deals he closed. We got him 4 leads in the first month, and this guy was high ticket, like $200,000 plus jobs. And this guy kicked us off, right? And he told us with the leads, he's like, yeah, these leads are all dead. And, a couple weeks before, he was saying that he was moving forward with some projects. So we're like, we're already off, but we do have access to the lead data. Just keep us updated, let's say 4 weeks from now, and then we won't reach out to them. Wasn't in any way threatening. And this guy retaliates. Was like, you guys are so stupid. If you guys ever try to mess with my business, I'm going to sue you. I have the time, the money to do so. Don't mess with me. The reason I didn't pay for you guys, or the reason I didn't pay you guys up front, is because I wanted to avoid managerial mistakes, and that was a good move on my end. Like, just terrible guy. And anyways, the main point going back to this, this really brought me down, and I know that it shouldn't. Like, I understand that it shouldn't, and my boys are like, Liam, like, don't even care. But I was the guy who was dealing with this guy, right? So I was the one who got the front end of it. And it made me upset, it made me mad, it made me frustrated all at the same time, because like, this guy who we did really good for, like, he literally told us, you're the best marketing I've ever had, like 2 weeks before this, and now he's threatening to sue us if we contact the leads that we got for him, right? So it was pretty brutal. And I guess it just kind of hit me realization in the face that, like, what if this isn't the thing to do? And now furthermore, and this really made it feel overwhelming for me, our one client, the ads that we launched were not working very well. Like, we spent, I think it was like $250-$300. We didn't even get a lead. And that was the same day. And that hit me like all at once. And I was just thinking, like, damn, this isn't as easy as I thought it would be. I knew it wasn't easy, right? And, I'm always, it's never easy, right? The things you do are always hard. You just got to do your due diligence when figuring it out. But, it kind of hit me in the face. And I was feeling really bad until like 2 days ago. And now I'm like complete 180. And I want to share what happened. So, the main idea behind, if you're feeling overwhelmed, this is going to sound cliche, but you got to take it one step at a time. And let me explain that. If you have 10 things at once, right? Like, let's say you're drop shipping. Let's say that your supplier, you got, let's say 10 orders, and they're all going to be a week late, right? People are messaging you. People are like, oh yeah, give me my money back, blah, blah, blah. you can't look at it and be like, oh my God, 10 people are churning. I got to send 10 refunds. I'm going to lose, say $50 thing. I'm going to lose $500 from this one thing because of lack of, shipping time. You know how easy that is for you to feel overwhelmed? Now, I want you to look at it from this way now. Same situation, but you think, okay, I'm going to deal with one person at a time, or I'm going to deal with one issue at a time, the most important issue, and work my way down. And when you do that, a couple things happen. Number one, it makes it more digestible, right? Just like your goals. If your goal is to make $10 million next year, that doesn't do you any good, right? Like, to make $10 million next year, how are you going to do it? I'm going to build an AI agency. Okay, what are you going to sell in your AI agency? I'm going to sell AI-powered marketing services and automations. Okay, what niche are you going to target? I'm going to target a home service. Okay, how are you going to present your offer? This, and this, right? So it's all steps going through. Now, apply that same logic to issues you're facing, right? For me, and that day, I was just looking at it like, oh my God, we had a client churn and we're not performing for another client. Like, we're screwed. No, right? First, I had to step back and I just had to think, okay, one thing at a time, deal with this one thing. After this is done, it's done, move on to the next, right? I thought, with this guy, okay, this guy's a psychopath, just gonna move on, right? Can't let it bug me. And secondly, with our other client, we're like, okay, if this isn't working, what are we going to do? We're going to switch some ads, right, from a different style. Boom, we did that. We got him 2 leads in the past 5 days. No, like 3 days. 2 leads in the past 3 days, right? And we were like a week and $300 spent with 0. 2 leads in 3 days. This guy even, this is another topic of discussion, but he no-showed one of his appointments. I'm not going to elaborate on it, but it's kind of frustrating on our end too, because we want this guy to succeed, right? Like, if he succeeds, we succeed. And then another one, he said it went good. So, but think of that, okay? What happened to me a week ago? I was in the position of our one client churned, threatening to sue us. Our other one has very limited budget. We're not producing anything. To a week from now, we've cut that one psychopath out of the picture, and now we're killing it for our other client, right? 2 leads in 3 days on $50 a day. Right? That's pretty dang good. And then completely 180. Now, the main thing for you, focus at one thing at a time, right? If you look at the big picture, you're going to get overwhelmed. You just are. Take one thing, make the most important thing, attack that, fix that, whatever you got to do with that, move on to the next. Do the same thing until you're in a better position, right? And then the problems you're dealing with are ultimately better than those crappy ones you had before. But that is the topic of this video. Hope you guys got value out of that. Again, main thing, one thing at a time, right? Don't be overwhelmed. That is the path to burnout. That is the path to mental stress. That is the path to everything. And I tell you, this past week, after that day, it's probably some of the worst days I've had it since I started this. Like, that day that guy churned, man, I was probably the most miserable and gloomy and just negative output on my future that I've ever been, right? So very, very, very important to understand that. Last video for today. Make sure you guys follow, subscribe, follow for more, follow the journey. Working night shift right now, but a couple months time, this won't be something, right? We've gotten 3 sales calls in the past 3 days, launching a new campaign, high quality campaign we're doing. We're at like $20 book calls, and we're at we had no show today, but probably at like 65, 70 show rate. So not bad, could be better, but better than 50%. But yeah, make sure you guys follow for the journey. It's going to be something to follow. I'm telling you that right now. Follow my Instagram, more daily updates on my AI agency. Enjoy my free AI agency Discord, link in the description. Me and my boy, thousands of dollars invested, all for free, right? We're not trying to sell you anything. So make sure you guys do that. But if any of you watched this far, thank you for watching. Again, one thing at a time. And yeah, hope you guys got value. See you in the next one. Stay wise.